one of the main factors that differentiate men and women is what we stress about. What does a man stress about and what does a woman stress about? Let me tell you, okay? One of the main things a man stresses about when he wakes up every morning is work, okay? That is work.
I'm not sure about that. I mean, don't get me wrong. Money is a big problem for a lot of people, especially nowadays, especially from where I come from, from Eastern Europe, from the Balkans. But, well, let's say me. The first thing I stress about is when I wake up, brushing my teeth and clothing up, that's it. And then I'll go to work. And when I'm at work, then I'll stress about work. But let's give her a chance. Maybe I'm judging too harshly, way too early.
Women, if you're gonna tell me work is the first thing you stress about in the morning, then you're a man. You're masculine. You're worried about the wrong things, okay? A man stresses about work the first thing he wakes up in the morning, okay? That's when his testosterone levels are at its rise, its peak, right? Every morning a man wakes up. Every healthy man wakes up. Stresses about work. You gotta get it done, okay? Women, the roof over your head was created by a man, okay? The roads you're driving on, created by a man. Men are simple. They get the job done. They have to. They wake up every day stressed.
So, no, if you stress about work, you're not a man, okay? If you're a woman stressing about work, no, you're not automatically a man. And also, no, men aren't really that simple. Let me say one thing to make it clear. Are men simpler than women? Obviously, right? We are. But are men actually simple? Well, no, we don't really just stress about work and money. And that's all we care. No, people wake up, stress about their lives, their health, their families, their friends. People have much bigger problems than getting up to go to work. I mean, listen, if your biggest problem when you wake up, doesn't matter if you're a woman or a man, if your biggest problem when you wake up is, I gotta go to work, trust me, you're not living that bad of a life. If that's the biggest stress when you wake up, you've got a nice life. I've got a few problems with my disc, and there's a few days or weeks throughout the year where I'm in immense, nervous, crazy pain. And the first thing when I stress about when I wake up is, holy freaking shit, how am I gonna get through this day with this amount of freaking pain? It's not just about work and mind, okay? Chill out.
Women, what do we stress about? What do we stress about the most, okay? What do we stress about pretty much when we wake up and then when we go to bed? Men. We stress about men. Now, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, because subconsciously, women are looking for their mate. We're looking for our husband, a father figure for our children. You know, we have every right to stress about getting our perfect man for our family, right? That is.
I don't think women stress about men the first thing when they wake up. I mean, if there's women watching this video, comment down below, but I'm pretty sure that's, again, just like everybody. First of all, we're humans. Before our gender, our race, our culture, religion, whatever BS you wanna split people into, first of all, we're humans. And there's universal problems we all deal with. Health, of course, one of them. Kids, family, yes, one of them as well. Working money, yes. A lot of people stress about that, but not most. A lot of men really stress about work when they wake up. Most men don't, okay? Let's continue.
Like I said, we stress about two different things on a regular basis. And a man's hormones fluctuate 24 hours compared to a woman's 28 days. It's different. Man, woman, different. We stress about different things. The second thing a man stresses about every day is sex. Not women, sex in general. Why? Because men need their testosterone to be catered to. Just like how a woman needs to be loved and nurtured, right? We need to be like.
If she's talking about actual men, like actual older men, like people in their late 20s, 30s, 40s, even beyond, trust me, that's not one of the most important things we stress about. I'm 23 and I can tell you that's not the first thing I stress about, okay? Not work, not sex, but work makes a little bit more sense, but sex, really? I mean, if you're talking about teenagers, teenage men, boys, then yeah, when I was a teenager, all I stressed about is girls, sex, I want action. Trust me, adult men, as you get older, as you get more and more health problems. As you see, sadly, a lot of people leave your life and a lot of people come into your life. Also, the older people get, men in this case, they get married, they get kids, they've got older folks, their parents, that they have to most of the time take care of. No, the typical adult man doesn't think about sex when he wakes up. Let's continue.
Like assured, we need to be loved and, reassure us of our love and our beauty. That's all we need as a woman. Just tell us we're beautiful and we're fine. You know what I'm saying? A man, he just needs some. He just needs some, especially in the morning. The morning is the best time to give it to him because that's when he's ready.
God damn. Holy shit. This woman just made us freaking animals. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are freaking animal men that all they just want is sex, no love and nurturing, just freaking action. Trust me, if you're with a man in a long-term relationship, he probably wants to be loved and nurtured as well. It's just that, well, different people have different love languages, right? And I'm pretty sure if you're a man watching this or if you're a woman watching this, trust me, if they actually love you, and you're in a relationship, a healthy one, they want to feel loved and nurtured, okay? We men don't just want you women just to have sex and go to work after sex and that's it. No, that's not it, okay? Actually, the crazy men, yeah, probably, but they're not men they actually love you, and they're not men that actually want to be in a relationship with you. Yeah, she's completely false here.
We might have an inner child in ourselves where that's where we take care of. That's what we stress about, right? We stress about having kids. We stress about our periods. We stress about that. That's what we stress about. Second to men. That's different than sex. Sex and kids correlate, but they're different, right? It's like the sex comes from the man, and then the women brings the children, and in return
I wouldn't really say that men don't really stress about kids, but I would agree with her here that yeah, most of the time women do stress about kids way more. And no, I don't mean it as like you've got kids and you as a man don't care about it as much as she does. No, I just mean before you have kids, you don't have an internal clock. Well, I'm guessing if, I don't know, maybe men above a certain age aren't as fertile. Yeah, probably. But when it comes to women, yeah, they have a biological clock and they actually do probably care more about kids, actually the timing when they should have them, compared to men, because we're animals. We only care about sex and money. That's it. I'm not saying that men don't care about this stuff. Men that want to have kids, of course, care about this stuff. But in general, yeah, women most of the time care about this a bit more.
just for yourself, but for your man, because a man needs sex, okay? Not you. A man will never need you. A man will never need a woman. Just like a woman will never need a man. But the thing is, how contradicting it sounds, a man built the roof over my head, so technically a woman does need a man a little more than a man needs a woman. Just because of the facts, we both need each other. We really do. But women, we need to stop being insecure over what our man thinks and how he's judging, and we just need to stop overthinking that, please, because men are just so simple. All you need to do is just communicate. All you need to do is work on yourself, do the things you gotta do, and that's all a man really cares about. He doesn't care if you're richer than him. He doesn't care if you're successful. He doesn't care what you got going on. If you're failing in something, or if you don't know what, being indecisive as a woman is okay. But if you're gonna sit there and play
So a few things that I can talk about here. First of all, the part where she said men don't really need women and women need men. In the modern world, it's more about masculine and feminine personalities and how they fit each other, how the other type of personality fills the empty parts of the other type of personality. So basically, a more feminine personality has certain types of characteristics, but doesn't have some other. And a masculine type of personality has some other types of characteristics, and, well, they don't have the other types of characteristics. And both of them actually fit in pretty well if it's a actual healthy and loving and good relationship. The part where she says men don't really need women, trust me, a feminine and a masculine personality together in a relationship doesn't matter if it's two men, two women, or a man and a woman. It usually goes well, okay? It's a good mix. I can see it in my parents, in my grandparents, in my cousin and his girlfriend, in my friends and their girlfriends and their boyfriends. But yeah, the part where she said the man doesn't really care about how much money you make and what do you stress about. In general, and I'm gonna be talking about more about me, yeah, I don't really care about if you can be making 2 million a month and I can be making 5,000 a month. And I wouldn't mind. Most of the time, men don't care if you're successful, you've got a business, you've got a professional, crazy, good job or a good high position. No, most of the time we care about, are you mentally and emotionally stable? Well, actual healthy, mature men care about this. If you have an actual job and if you're passionate about something, you actually love something, you love doing it because it's your passion. Trust me, that's attractive. It is. And how much money you make, that's something more that feminine personalities care about masculine personalities. AKA, most of the time, women about men. We don't care about you, how much money you make, but it's not like we don't care about anything about your interests and just ignore you because we've got our own stresses. No, a relationship is 100. You give your 100% of yourself, and he or she gives 100% of themselves. It's not 50-50 and this dumb BS people are talking about, okay? Sometimes you're gonna be contributing a bit more, a few days or a day. Why? Maybe the other person is ill or something tragic has happened in their life. Whatever, stuff happens. And other days, it's gonna be the opposite. If these are her talking points that men are simple, they're not, okay? We've got problems, we've got emotions, all this toxic talk that men are emotionless, simple creatures. What we have been seeing for all these years, recent years, of men oofing themselves, I'm seeing more and more men's mental health awareness being actually trending, being actually talked about more. Even though, yeah, obviously women and children are always going to be talked more because obviously, do I need to explain why? But yeah, I don't have a problem with that. I will always put my woman. No, I don't want to have a lot of women, okay? Don't mix me up with that old stupid Balkan tradition, okay? I'm not that kind of a person. So, yeah, it's pretty weak talking points of why men are simple.
Certain situations, and men and women are so different. We're so different. Especially when we wake up in the morning, men are so different than women. Like, I swear, there's a lot of women out there that are really trying to play this man role, and it's like, it's not my life, so I don't gotta really worry about it, but I think there's girls out there that are really confused, and they're blaming men for things, and they're calling men dogs, and, men are dogs, but you know what? A man will literally tell you that he is a dog, because simple as that, he can actually be honest with himself.
They're calling men dogs, okay? But men are dogs. I freaking love her, man. Yeah. Just play the role you want to play in life as long as it's, legal and safe. Please. But yeah, men caring about sex and money and work. The first thing when they wake up, we've got emotions. We care about our own people. We care about our own health. We care about kids as well. Not the same way women do, but we do, especially if we have kids, obviously. Talk to adult grown people, and everything she just pointed out, this only counts towards little kids. Well, not little kids, but actually like teenagers, teenage men, teenage boys. So yeah, that's about it. Are men simple? No, they're not. Men are just simpler than women. Yeah, the way we handle stuff, we talk less behind our people's back, and we basically talk more direct without giving weird signals and oh, you have to understand me even though I don't say it because you have to be a magician. That's about it. Anyway, don't go to this girl's channel and don't send hate to this girl. I just wanted to react to it. And I'm guessing she has never had a male friend, or she doesn't have a brother, or maybe she has a brother and he's basically the same, and her father are basically the exact same as what you just described. And I hope that's not reality. I freaking hope her father is not that way. But her brother, if he's young, yeah, I can see it. Don't send hate to his girl. Here's her channel. Subscribe to it. Watch a few videos if you want to. Just wanted to react to it. Found it interesting. Have a nice day.